Hello and welcome to another of our short series of videos about CentreCharge, the leading software for flexible office and meeting room space. This video is a very short video just to explain how to manage meeting room inquiries and meeting room bookings within the software. Firstly, you can see the screen that I'm on is a meeting room diary. On the left here we have the meeting rooms that are available in our building. And in the middle are the bookings that we have for today. So the view I have is Friday the 9th of September, and I can see I've got Aberdeen Enterprises. If I mouse over the booking, I can see exactly who the booking is with, what sundry services have been ordered, 25 teas and coffees in this case, and also sandwiches, catering, anything like that. I can also see that this space here is not available. That's because this room has a partition, and that option becomes automatically not available if the first room here, the blue room, is booked. To book a room, so if someone was to call up and say, can I have a booking, it's very simple. Even if they're not a customer, you simply select here the date that they want the booking. So you can say if they want a meeting room on the 10th of November and they want it from 9 o'clock in the morning and they want it for a full day, for example, or a half day. I'll do a full day here. The software has already searched the database and has said that all these rooms are available, and actually what it's also done for me is it's given me both the internal price and the price to external customers, meaning that you can have two different rates for differing types of customers. And it's up to you how you configure the system. And once you want to provisionally book that meeting room, even though this client is not in the system, it's very simple. So if I take the blue room, I just double click on that space. It then prompts me here to either select a client, one of my clients, or add a new client. And in this case, I'm going to add a new client. So if I click on New Client, here I can put the contact name. So I'll say it's Mr. Sam Sneed. I can put their email address, justin@rjmetis.com. Their company name, and obviously their address details and anything you want to store. You can actually record here their payment methods as well. In the interest of time, I'm not going to go into that, but I'm going to basically say they want to book in the Grand Tower, which is my building, and that they are going to be a walk-in customer. Now the classifications, you can control what you want. So you simply just click OK. What happens is you then can add any catering that they might want. So if they want a breakfast menu for this, and let's say they want that for 20 delegates, you can say here for 20 delegates, apply that charge, and likewise you can add teas and coffees in exactly the same way. So I can add quantity 20 and apply that. At this point you can do a number of things. You can either make the booking a provisional booking, you could actually confirm the booking and send the customer an email notification of that booking, or if you wanted you could produce the bill directly from this booking. In this example I'm going to confirm the booking and produce a bill for this new customer. So I'm just going to click Produce Invoice. And what will happen is the first thing is an email has been produced. You can see it's automatically put in the email that I've already put in. It's merged in here that it knows it's Sam. It's given a unique booking reference. And here is a booking confirmation form that will show us exactly what's on here. Now what most companies do is they tend to brand this form, and also on the form you can start to put details like your terms and conditions or your meeting room cancellation policies. So once that's sent off, so if I send that email off to Justin Harley, you can see that booking is now been put in for that date, but also the system has generated an invoice for that customer. So for example here we know that it's £180, £40 worth of catering, and if we look at the detail here, it basically picks up that as a November date, blue room from 9 to 5 o'clock with all the catering requirements that we had. And again, very simply, if you want to email the customer directly from here, you can. So if I'm just going to email that out, now it is prompting me for an invoice date, so I'll just put that in here as today's date. Again, I'll just email that invoice out rather than send it in the post. Then that will go out to the customer. So that now is denoted as an invoice booking. So you can look at that, you can see what's happened. So that's for someone phoning in. Now, if they didn't want to make a booking and they just wanted to make an inquiry and you wanted to record the inquiry, again, it's very simple. It's just like a new inquiry. What you can do is you can click here on the cross, which is new. You can say it's a new lead. You just basically can store the company name. So if we'll say it's Heath Enterprises is the new inquiry, you can put here the actual contact name, so you can store details about the person who actually inquired. So you can say here it's Justin Harley, and then they became a contact on your database, and you can store any any details here about their email address, and even their telephone number, so and their mobile number. 304. So if I save and close that, I'll just make sure he's the main contact on that record. Now on the inquiry here, I can capture anything. I can say what he's interested in. So what type of customer is he? So here, if I pick the site, he's interested in the Grand Tower. And actually he's not a communal member, we'll say he's going to be a walk-in. Now you could have a classification called meeting room customer. You can also say things like it's a hot lead. You can record things like the industry they come from, and also how they heard about us. So whether they heard about us from an agent, or it came from one of our own campaigns or websites here, or even if he was referred from another customer that you have. So I'm just going to say he came from one of our campaigns, so I'm going to say he came from a networking event. So we can store that information. Now we can record here the number of people that he's looking for in these meetings, so 34, and here we can record some just anecdotal information about what they're looking for. So you could type in there any anecdotal evidence. The other thing you can do is set any notes and tasks for you to follow up. So if I wanted to set a follow-up task to chase him up, I can say here, call Justin regarding the conference for 32 people. I can send that task to remind me in Outlook, and I can set that task for anyone in my organization as well. So I don't necessarily have to do that for myself. I could choose someone else in my organization to do the task. I'm just going to leave that task for today. It remains on the record, and you start to build up a history. I could record any notes here. On the notes, you could record information about the requirement. So you could put new meeting room requirement, and again you could record any notes about that requirement. So again, giving you a full history and a log of the dialogue that you've had with that particular client. So for a new lead, it becomes very simple to record that as a new lead, and we know the type of the lead is a walk-in in this case, or a meeting room client. So I'm just going to save and close that. Now the last thing I'm going to show is that the other option you have for generating meeting room and conferencing traffic is simply to allow your customers to book directly into your diary here online. So I'm just going to simply change my screen here, and I'm going to show you an example of our Cassie in the Cloud product. So this would be branded and look and feel like your website. However, your meeting rooms would be permitted to show, so you can give both clients and anyone who is not a client the ability to search for a meeting room here. They can search by layout, they can search by the capacity, they can search by the date, the time, whether they want half day, full day, and the results on the site will be you can control the content here. So where it says stunning meeting room and training room facilities in Birmingham City Centre, you can control that information, those images, and allow people simply to book the room on the site, where they can either be forced to pay by credit card, or if you so wish, they can pay on account, and it will link this booking directly through into CentreCharge. So CentreCharge is very, very flexible for meeting rooms. It is a module that helps you, generate more meeting room income by basically putting your meeting rooms online, but you do need the online module for that. That is an additional module. But within the product itself, we have a diary that your front desk or receptionist or conferencing manager can control. They can get a great view of what's going on. They can look at meeting room utilization, occupancy, see what catering is needed on a day, and likewise, if it's just recording inquiries about a meeting room, you can do that too. So hopefully that's been helpful. If you have any questions, please call RJ Metis on 0845 303 1000. Or alternatively, go to our website at www.rjmetis.com. Thanks very much.